Hare Krishna.
The two gates named Kya Kadyota Avirmukhi were situated facing the eastern side, but they were constructed in one place. Through those two gates, the king used to go to the city of Vibrajita, accompanied by a friend whose name was Dyuman. Of the many inhabitants of the city, there are two persons named Nirvak, Pesaskrut, although King Puranjana was the ruler of citizens who possessed eyes, he unfortunately used to associate with these blind men. Accompanied by them, he used to go here and there and perform various activities. Continuing. Okay. Text 1. Lord Shiva disappeared and Prachetas recited Rudra Gita in water for 10,000 years. Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued speaking to Vidura. My dear Vidura, in this way, Lord Shiva instructed the sons of King Barhishat. The sons of the king also worshipped Lord Shiva with great devotion and respect. Finally, Lord Shiva became invisible to the princess. All the Pracheta princes simply stood in the water for 10,000 years and recited the prayers given to them by Lord Shiva. While the princes were undergoing severe austerities in the water, their father was performing different types of fruitive activities. At this time, great Saint Narada, master and teacher of all spiritual life, became very compassionate upon the king and decided to instruct him about spiritual life. Narada Muni asked King Prachni Varishad, my dear king, what do you desire to achieve by performing these fruitive activities? The chief aim of life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy happiness. But these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. The king replied, O great great soul, Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. Those who are interested only in so-called beautiful life, namely remaining a householder, entangled by sons and wife, and searching after wealth, continue, think that such things are life's ultimate goal. Such people simply wander in different types of bodies throughout this material existence without finding out the ultimate goal of life. The great Saint Narada said, O ruler of the citizens, my dear king, please see in the sky those animals which you have sacrificed without compassion and without mercy in the sacrificial arena. All these animals are awaiting your death so that they can avenge the injuries you have inflicted upon them. After you die, they will angrily pierce your body with iron horns. In this connection, I wish to narrate an old history connected with the characters of a king called Puranjana. Please try to hear with great attention. My dear king, once in the past lived a king named Puranjana who was celebrated for his great activities. He had a friend named Avijñata, the unknown one. No one could understand the activities of Avijñata. King Puranjana began to search for a suitable place to live, and thus he traveled all over the world. Even after a great deal of traveling, he could not find a place just to his liking. Finally, he became morose and disappointed. King Puranjana had unlimited desires for sense enjoyment. Consequently, he traveled all over the world to find a place where all his desires could be fulfilled. Unfortunately, he found a feeling of insufficiency everywhere. Once, while wandering in this way, he saw on the southern side of the Himalayas, in a place named Bharatavarsha, India, a city that had 9 gates all about and was characterized by all auspicious facilities. That city was surrounded by walls and parks. Within it were towers, canals, windows, and outlets. The houses they were decorated with domes made of gold, silver, and iron. So basically, here, walls, prakara means the skin, parks, upavana means the hair, and towers, atala means highest parts like nose and head, and trenches or canals, parikai means wrinkles and depressions, windows are the eyes, gates are the eyelids, houses with gold, silver, and iron domes is the 3 modes of Tridhatus. 3 modes are Tridhatus: mucus, bile, and air. Floors made of sapphire, crystal, diamonds, pearls, and emeralds and rubies were various desires and plans for material enjoyment. The floors of the house in that city were made of sapphire, crystal, diamonds, pearls, emeralds, and rubies. Because the luster of the houses in the capital, the city was compared to the celestial town named Bhagavati. In that city, there were many assembly houses, street crossings, streets, restaurants, gambling houses, markets, resting places, flags, festoons, and beautiful parks. All these surrounded the city. Again, going back, walls, prakara means the skin, parks is the hairs, towers like the nose and head, canals is the wrinkles and depressions, windows are the eyes, gates are the eyelids, and houses with gold, silver, and iron domes is the Tridhatu, mucus, bile, and air, or 3 modes. And the capital of the state is hard, and floors made of sapphire, crystal, diamond, pearls, emerald, rubies is various desires and plans for material enjoyment. An assembly house is the heart center for all remembrance, forgetfulness, and deliberation. Street crossings, placed below the palate, where the passages for the mouth, nose, eyes, and ears meet. Street crossings, flags and festoons, palms and soles of feet. Streets, Sushumna, Ida, Pingala, running down the spine. Gambling houses, gross location of the senses. Market, gross mind, brain. Resting places is Chitta. 17. On the outskirts of that city were many beautiful trees and creepers, encircling a nice lake. Also surrounding that lake were many groups of birds and bees that were always chanting and humming. Beautiful trees and creepers encircling a nice lake, groups of birds and bees that were chanting and humming is a favorable condition surrounding the sex impulse. The branches of the trees standing on the bank of the lake received particles of water carried by the spring air from the falls coming down from the icy mountain. The wind, waterfall, spring airs, or sparsha, different types of rasa or smell. In such an atmosphere, even the animals of the forest become non-violent and non-envious, like great sages. Consequently, the animals did not attack anyone. Over and above everything was the cooing of the cuckoos. Any passenger passing along the path was invited by that atmosphere to take rest in the nice garden. So the non-violent animals had no sinful reactions due to pious results. Cooing cuckoos attracting travelers to rest in that nice garden means persons dividing their enjoyment amongst family members, friends, and guests. Text 20. While wandering here and there in that wonderful garden, King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Puranjani means intelligence functioning with ignorance. Arrived on her own, Yadruchaya Agatam, the initial relationship of the jivas with material intelligence arises without cause. And the 10 servants with hundreds of wives means 10 senses with many desires. 21. The woman was protected on all sides by 5-hooded snake. She was very beautiful and young, and she appeared very anxious to find a suitable husband. So protected by 5-hooded snake means vital life force, prana. Beautiful and young, she appeared anxious to find a suitable husband means that intelligence cannot act without consciousness. 22. The woman's nose, teeth and forehead were all very beautiful. Her ears were equally very beautiful and were bedecked with dazzling earrings. Beautifully decorated face means ways of acquiring knowledge. Beautiful nose means knowledge of smell. Beautiful teeth, ability to taste flavors and chew. Beautiful forehead means clarity of intelligence. Beautiful ears with dazzling earrings, it means ability to understand the meaning of scriptures concerning enjoyment and liberation. 23. The waist and hips of the woman were very beautiful. She was dressed in a yellow sari with a golden belt. While she walked, her ankle bells rang. She appeared exactly like a denizen of the heavens. Dark in complexion means intelligence covers the Lord for the jiva. Dressed in yellow sari and gold belt means intelligence covered by actions in rajas. 2 feet jingling with ankle bells means intelligence unsteady in hearing scriptures. Text 24. With the end of her sari, the woman was trying to cover her breasts, which were equally round and well placed side by side. She again and again tried to cover them out of shyness, while she walked exactly like a great elephant. The 2 breasts means raga and dvesha. Youthful means raga and dvesha are always young. Round with no space in between is equally bewildering. She tried to hide them with the end of her cloth out of shyness means cultured people try to hide raga and dvesha. Even anathas can be transfigured in bhakti. 25. Puranjana, the hero, became attracted by the eyebrows and smiling face of the very beautiful girl and was immediately pierced by the arrows of her lusty desires. While she smiled shyly, she looked very beautiful to Puranjana, who, although a hero, could not refrain from addressing her. 26. My dear lotus eyed, kindly explain to me where you are coming from, who you are, and whose daughter you are. You appear very chaste. What is the purpose of your coming here? What are you trying to do? Please explain all these things to me. My dear lotus-eyed, who are those 11 strong bodyguards with you? And who are those 10 specific servants? Who are those women following the 10 servants? And who is the snake that is preceding you? My dear beautiful girl, You're exactly like the goddess of fortune, or the wife of Lord Shiva, or the goddess of learning, the wife of Lord Brahma. Although you must be one of them, I see that you're loitering in this forest. Indeed, you are as silent as the great sages. Is it that you are searching after your own household? Whoever your husband may be, simply by understanding that you are so faithful to him, he will come to possess all opulences. I think you must be the goddess of fortune. But I do not see the lotus flower in your hand. Therefore, I am asking you, where have you thrown that lotus? O greatly fortunate one, it appears that you are none of the women I have mentioned because I see that your feet are touching the ground. But if you are some woman of this planet, you can, like the goddess of fortune, who, accompanied by Lord Vishnu, increases the beauty of the Vaikuntha planets, also increase the beauty of this city by associating with me. You should understand, I am a great hero and a powerful king on this planet. Certainly your glances upon me today has very much agitated my mind. Your smile, which is full of shyness, but at the same time lusty, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Therefore, O most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me. My dear girl, your face is so beautiful with your nice eyebrows and eyes with your bluish hair scattered about. In addition, very sweet sounds are coming from your mouth. Nonetheless, you are so covered with shyness that you do not see me face to face. I therefore request you, my dear girl, to smile and kindly raise your head to see me. Narada continued, My dear king, when Puranjana became so attracted and impatient to touch the girl and enjoy her, the girl also became attracted by his words and accepted his request by smiling. By this time, she was certainly attracted by the king. The girl said, O best of the human beings, I do not know who has begotten me. I cannot speak to you perfectly about this, nor do I know the names or the origin of the associates with me. O great hero, we only know that we are existing in this place. We do not know what will come after. Indeed, we are so foolish that we do not care to understand who has created this beautiful place for our residence. My dear gentlemen, all these men and women with me are known as my friends, and the snake, who always remain awake, protects this city even during my sleeping hours. So much I know, I do not know anything beyond this. O killer of the enemy, you have somehow or other come here. This is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. You have great desire to satisfy your senses, and all my friends and I shall try our best in all respects to fulfill your desires. My dear Lord, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all kinds of sense gratification. You may live here for 100 years, and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. How can I expect to unite with others who are neither conversant about sex nor capable of knowing how to enjoy life while living or after death? Such foolish persons are like animals because they do not know the process of sense enjoyment in this life and after death. Women continued, in this material world, a householder's life brings all kinds of happiness in religion, economic development, sense gratification, and begetting of children, sons, and grandsons. After that, one may desire liberation as well as material reputation. The householder can appreciate the results of sacrifices which enable him to gain promotion to superior planetary systems. All this material happiness is practically unknown to the transcendentalists. They cannot even imagine such happiness. Women continued. According to authorities, the householder life is pleasing not only to oneself, but to all forefathers, demigods, great sages, saintly persons, and everyone else.